Hi. It's been a long time. Oh shit, is this just jumping right in? Okay. Maybe it's not. No, we're getting further away from it. This might be jumping straight into the game. I don't know, I didn't do anything. I didn't touch anything. But, welcome back, everybody. It's been a hot minute. I've been going to a few vacations here and there, so I've been quite busy with stuff, and then, you know, just spending some time outside of the realm. Yeah, it jumped right into the fucking game. I have no idea what's going to happen. I have no idea what this game is about, but, here we are. I'll grab a notice. I did hear from one of my friends that there's probably going to be points where I will cry. And I'm like, cool. There's nothing better than crying on stream. I mean, what the hell? So this one's called, What Became of Edith Finch? And it looks like it is just going to be kind of diving into the mystery of, I guess, what became of Edith Finch. Cutest sound. Huh. Interesting. Let's just go ahead and dive in, since it's already diving in. What do I do? Not X, not that one, not that one. What do I do? Where am I? I'm on a boat. Litter! Okay. I figured out the button.
A lot of this isn't going to make sense to you, and I'm sorry about that. I'm just going to start at the beginning, with the house.
Amazing of some of these other games we played, like the one in the mines and stuff in the lighthouse. Bird.
I lived here until I was 11, but I wasn't allowed inside half the rooms.
Can I take you? Okay.
Inside the mailbox were bills from 7 years ago, marked urgent, open immediately.
Hang on. We're going to give it a second. Let B come in here. Oh, okay. So I'm assuming we're Edith. If we're not Edith, then the fuck. So we have a little bit of a family tree here. Lewis, Milton, Edith. Oh shit, is she the only child left? Oh no. I already saw a date that I did not like. If I'm being real. I'm a little bit upset about that. Hang on. Ah, shoot. Raid. Sorry. Hold tight. I'm getting invited to a raid. The Pokemon Go Fest is going on, y'all. We gotta catch the Askews. Oh, I hope I wasn't kicked. There we go. I'm here. Hello, everyone. One sec, buddy. I was invited to a raid. I will turn it off after I beat this raid. Aw, man. Action-packed, y'all. But, B, you didn't miss much. It started off, I was on a boat. I am, I believe, Edith Finch, who is named after the game. She opened up a journal while she was on the boat, and she's talking about a house, and now we are walking towards this house, where I'm assuming it's her family's house. And I am on the pause screen, which is in her journal, and there's this little family tree going on, so we get to see all these different life dates of people. Right now, it looks like Edith is the only one still kicking. So, fun stuff there. I feel like I'm going to be sad. My friend did tell me I might cry. So, awesome. I'm doing this while, No, open it back. No, let me open it back. No. How do I open you back? I can't take it. Well. I guess I can't take the mail, but it was a bunch of final notices. Rock. But she said that's the house that they lived in, which does not look like a house. Looks like a tower. I'm still trying to catch the Pokemon, I'm sorry. I hope I wasn't supposed to grab any of that, but okay, we're gonna move on.
I hadn't been back since my brother Lewis's funeral.
Uh-oh. I don't really want to cry. If I'm being honest, y'all, I don't really want to. The controls aren't hard, they're just weird, a little wonky.
In her will, my mother left me a key, but didn't tell me what it unlocked. Maybe she thought I'd know. Or she thought the mystery would be enough to bring me back.
Do I go up or down? Up or down, up or down. Let's see what's down. I feel like this is going to be one of those games like we did like the Rapture game and all that stuff, where we're going to miss things. Because it's all about exploring the environment to the fullest. And after a while, I don't want to do that.
The truth is, even after I inherited the house, I never thought I'd come back to it. But now I had questions about my family that only the house knew the answers to.
There's the house. I'm stuck. I'm stuck. Edith is like, you dumb bitch, what are you doing?
The woods around the house have always been uncomfortably silent.
Oh.
As if they're about to say something, but never do.
Can I run? Edith, can we run? Zoom. 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 Is it the path that I was supposed to go? Right there. Yeah. Let's backtrack real quick. Was that my first choice? Ah! Oh, I'm sorry, Bento. There's a deer. That was cool.
No one had driven this way in a long time, but I saw a few hoof prints.
Alright, our first trophy. We were extra. Did we already come to the crossroads? Yeah. This is the sign. The Finches. So y'all just let me know if y'all want me to pull the chat up right now. I'm just kind of going through. Excellent sound design so far. Controls are a bit wonky.
The house was exactly like I remembered it, the way I'd been dreaming about it.
Hi, mailman. What the fuck is this? What the fuck is this house? That's a little fucked up bit of house. I don't know how that house is standing. What is that? Is that a part of the house to fall off? Oh, frogs, please stop. We're gonna explore some while we're outside.
I asked Edie once about the dragon in the pond. She said it had killed her husband.
There's a legit dragon in the pond. I guess it's a slide. Okay, frogs, please shut up. Go up this path.
As a child, the house made me uncomfortable in a way I couldn't put into words.
I wonder why. B, you're having the worst time ever. 1 second. Poor bee keeps getting kicked out of the stream. I'm just trying to let her watch. We all listen to frogs. Jump into the... Can we at least see some frogs, or could we not code that in? Ooh, look at that slimy water. What's that? I'm trying to... Missing. Welcome back! Let me see closer. I can't tell. I completely messed that on the first go. So, alright. So she felt uncomfortable at the house. That is definitely not up to code. You're correct. Oh, there it is. Milton. Okay. That's her brother. It's either they never found him or he died.
Now, as a 17-year-old, I knew exactly what those words were. I was afraid of the house.
I would be too. Look at this shit. How is it still standing? How is it not fallen into the water? Like the dragon. So I have to be on the lookout for those white dots to interact with certain things. Oh, a ramp for a wheelchair. A garage for a car I don't own. Because I walked here. It's not giving me a run option or I would be running. It's trying to be like, enjoy the scenery, enjoy the story that's playing in front of you. I'm a little worried about all these missing children's posters. Alright. Well, look at this stained glass. I'm watching Stranger Things Season 4 right now, and it reminds me of that.
I hope the key might unlock the front door. It didn't.
Well, shit.
Looking in, I felt like the house itself had been waiting for me.
So nobody's living in the house? So let's find a way in. I'm guessing the garage? Or is there a window I can climb into? Oh shit. A doggy door!
The house felt like it had always been here. Even the swing set was older than my mother.
Oh my god. I'm not ready to be sad. Does it go here? Why didn't you use the key on the door?
Crawling through the doggy door used to be a lot easier when I was 11.
Why did we just assume the doggy door was the way to go? What the fuck, Edith?
The power had been turned off the night we left.
What the fuck, Edith? Okay. They just left everything here? That's depressing. It must have been too hard.
For the first time in years, I felt like I was home. But instead of a family, there were just memories of one.
Witch's kitchen. Holiday feast. Flour. Salt. Water. Yeast. Tasting Thailand. Oh.
Like how only one restaurant would deliver to our house, so we had Chinese a lot.
We saw a Chinese container on the boat. I wonder if it's like blending all your
memories. Or how
memories.
after Lewis started working at the cannery, we all got sick of eating salmon. Except our cat, Molly.
See, there's gonna be so many secrets that I'm gonna accidentally miss. I know it. Let's go back here first.
The table was still a wreck from the night we left. It was like a bomb had gone off, killing everyone but sparing the furniture.
Edie.
My mom was the only one of us who could imagine Great-Grandma Edie living in a nursing home. Nothing in the house looked abnormal. There was just too much of it, like a smile with too many teeth.
Right. I mean, beautiful view. Even though I still don't know how your house is standing. Especially in where it's supposedly located in Puget
Even the
Sound.
fireplace had a story. Edie told me the bricks came from the original house, after it sank.
What? I get it. So it kept sinking and y'all just kept building on top of it. Like madness. Y'all freaks! My grandpa had a table like this. He made it himself. That's a beautiful fireplace. The inside right now, like this room, I fucking love it. This is my vibe. Especially with all the bookshelves. There's a whole lot going on here, guys. Let's check you. Barbara.
Great-Grandpa Sven built a music box for Barbara, along with the rest of the house.
Y'all are killing me with the raid invites, but I will totally... no, I won't join. You guys have fun.
Mom always told me to stay out of the basement, so I wasn't too surprised when the key didn't fit.
What the fuck? So I'm gonna have to find different keys. Anything in here? I think I've got all the things from the kitchen. Is the chair one of them? I'm already like super... Oh.
My mom wasn't much of an optimist, but she never stopped believing that my brother Milton was alive. A lot of things got left behind in the whirlwind of that last night.
What happened? Oh my god. I'm already anxious to know. I'm like terrified. The fuck is this? Not important right now. Look at that. That is madness. I love it. I guess we all the calendar dates are different. Wait. Hang on. Yeah. Where's the last one? Was it in the kitchen? I know I saw a calendar that said January. Shit, I didn't see this before. There's me. Oh. I don't understand. What happened? Yeah! January. November in here. Wonder if there's significance to that. Or we're all just forgetful. I mean, we did leave everything in our fucking house here.
After Milton disappeared, Mom sealed up all the bedrooms. Then Edie retaliated and drilled peepholes.
What? Molly. There's so many little secrets.
I spent a lot of time playing in Great Uncle Walter's room. I think my mom sometimes regretted not sealing it up. Lewis told me there were secret passages, but I never believed him. Turns out, my mom was really good at keeping secrets. Now it was time to find out what my mom had been afraid of.
Wait, should I go check in here real quick? Before we do all of that.
Whenever people ask me about my family, the first thing they always want to know about is Barbara.
I'm sure they're all locked.
Mom must have locked the third floor stairs on the night we left.
God damn it, mother. Barbara.
Edie's father, Odin, built the original house.
This is where the words ended up going. Calvin and Sam. Gregory.
As a kid, I just assumed every house had peepholes and sealed rooms you weren't allowed inside of.
Weird. Shit, I didn't know we could do this.
My grandpa Sam spent 7 years sharing a room with his dead brother, Calvin.
There's a line down the middle. Finn and Edie.
The last time I was in Edith Sr.'s room, I was 10 and she was painting my portrait.
Well, shit, now I want to go to all of them. It is demonic Encanto.
Barbara was a child star for 2 years, until America grew out of it.
Motherfucking America. No people there.
Molly always seemed like a girl I could imagine being friends with, if she hadn't died in 1947.
Well, that bitch. There was one more downstairs.
Edie told me once that every Finch who ever lived is buried somewhere in the library.
Ma'am? Ma'am, you good? Okay. It's too much effort to keep going. Let's go fucking explore this shit in this house that will definitely fall. Oh, it was lagging. Okay. Yeah, this house that will definitely fall. Is he a whale shark? It looks like a whale shark. Is that our house underneath the sea? Because it sank. Like a bitch. Alright. Let's go into the train underneath the sea, I guess.
From the paintings on the wall, it was clear my brother Milton had been here before me.
The one that died? Or is
Reading
missing?
this, maybe it sounds like I had a plan.
We did not. See, oh. Hello?
But I had no idea what was behind that door.
Neither do I.
Just like I had no idea where all this was gonna lead.
This Molly's room?
I grew up looking at Molly's room through the peephole.
Okay.
Molly's gerbil had a tiny bedroom with its own even tinier gerbil cage.
Amazing.
Being inside for the first time, I felt like I'd stepped behind a painting.
That is dope. Oh, the jellyfish. I was like, what fucking satanic shit is that? Is that an ant farm? Are they still alive? Orcas, island. Okay.
I got the sense Edie had spent a lot of time here. Before my mom sealed the doors.
December 13th, 1947. Dear Diary, I'll be gone soon, but I wanted to tell somebody about what's gonna happen. It started when Mom sent me to bed without dinner. I woke up and I was starving, so I looked around for something to eat.
The fuck?
My Halloween candy was all gone.
That's a crime.
Mom, can I come out now?
Sweetheart, it's late. Go to sleep.
The gerbil food was dry, but I didn't mind it.
Girl. Girl. Damn. Wait, that seems like a thing.
I kept eating and eating.
You're gonna eat the...
I ate a lot of things that night.
Pretty sure you're not supposed to eat that.
Then I heard chirping outside my window.
I'm gonna eat the fish. You thought about it.
I thought about eating Christopher, but I held back.
Christopher's like,
It was
bitch.
a barn swallow going back to her nest.
Don't fucking eat me, bitch.
I reached out for her.
Uh-oh.
And suddenly, I was a cat.
What? You are a what? Why? I'm trying to figure out where I'm going and how these controls work. Okay.
I tried to be quiet, but the bird was really scared.
Christmas tree. I wasn't there before. Well, I guess we are in the past now.
Mom and Dad didn't even look at me.
Okay.
I jumped and I almost got her. I could tell she was getting really tired. Now I was up in the big tree. I promised Dad I wouldn't climb it anymore. All I cared about was eating that mama bird. I gobbled her up. And suddenly, I was an owl. First, all I heard was the wind. Then I heard little teeth nibbling in the grass.
Did I hear that?
Rabbits.
But where?
I imagined his face looking up and seeing mine through my talons. I swallowed him up, and I didn't chew one bit. Then I flew off to find something bigger. A mama rabbit.
Where? Where's Mama Rabbit?
She was almost too big to carry. I started choking, but I couldn't stop eating. And suddenly, I was a shark. I rolled off a cliff and into the ocean. Now, I was hungrier than ever. I wanted fat, juicy seals. I tore off her flipper, and it tasted really good.
There we go. Sweet Sheely. There you go. Did I go over you? What the fuck? There you are. Hey, Feely. This is not as... This is a little more finicky. Seal, how are you still going?
Grabbed on tight. When I was so hungry, I jumped out of the water. When I opened my eyes, everything had changed.
Oh, I'm an octopus. Or something. Oh, or am I a monster? What am I?
Now I was a monster, and I smelled people everywhere.
Girl, you good?
I was big, but I moved real quiet.
Doopity-doo-da-day. This is so finicky. Just double checking that nothing's over here.
I wanted to stop, but also I didn't.
Oh, I didn't even see him.
After the last passenger, I was still hungry. And across the water, I smelled something new. Something I had to have, so I swam towards it. I slithered onto the sand, and the good smell went into an old pipe.
What is happening?
I got closer and closer.
Oh, it's Molly.
All of my stomach started growling. And suddenly, I was me again. I held my breath for a long time, but I couldn't hear anything. I think it's waiting for me to fall asleep. But it's not going to wait much longer. It needs to be, and we both know I will be delicious.
I'm not sure if I believed all of that, but I'm sure Edie would have.
That's interesting. You can't see under her
I
bed.
can't describe it, but I felt like some part of Molly was still here.
Okay. Let me out. Can't pick that up. Wait, cat. We must become you. Do I jump? That seems safe. All of this seems safe.
This will be obvious later, but my mom never told me any of these stories. Edie would have, but Mom didn't like bringing up the past. Though, when we adopted a stray kitten, she was the one who named it Molly. I spent a lot of time in Great-Grandma Edie's room.
Bird cages. Wait, no, that's a snake. That's a bird. Bird, bird, snake. Snake is a bird. Bird. Is that a reptile? Bird. Bird. Zerpy. Zerpy, you're adorable. Oh, the oxygen.
Louis died a week before we left, but Edie had already started to memorialize him.
Jesus.
Her room was like a museum. For 500 years, the Finches have been famous throughout Norway for their fortune and misfortune.
No, let's keep doing it.
Odin Finch buries the latest victims of the family curse, his wife Ingeborg and their newborn son, Johan. On January 7th, 1937, he set sail with his family and his house, hoping to leave the curse behind. But 40-foot waves off the coast of Washington send the house and Odin to the bottom of the sea. Odin's daughter Edie, with husband Sven and baby Molly, step ashore on their new home, Orcas Island. Odin Finch is the first to be buried in the new family cemetery. His daughter Edie is already dreaming of a new Finch house. Whatever's wrong with this family, it goes back a long ways.
So we're going to find every single person and their story. Yeah. Back out. Back out! These controls are terrible. Can I do? Hello? Pills, oxygen. Yarn! Dog. Edie won't go.
One summer, they evacuated the island, but Edie refused to go. For a few weeks, she was a celebrity.
Put a little forest fire. Built 1937. Sven Finch.
I hadn't thought of myself as Edith Jr. for a long, long time. Edie gave a big interview about a mole man living under the Finch house. My mom was furious.
You
When
sound
Edie told
dope.
people Sven was killed by a dragon, she could also have said he was building a dragon-shaped slide that collapsed. She could have, but she didn't.
Oh. Wait. Is there a way to click his picture? List of plans for the house?
Even in her 90s, sometimes Edie seemed a lot younger than my mother.
Like, am I missing something? This looks like my grandmother's bathtub. In her bathroom.
The only trace Grandpa Sam's first wife, Kay, left on the house was the pink bathroom.
Jesus.
It was a pretty big trace.
Okay. Sven and Edith Finch. What the fuck?
There's a secret in this bathroom. It's in the last place you would look. It isn't in the cupboard.
Okay. This thing is finicky as shit.
It's hidden in this book.
What the fuck?
Sven gave Sam an old camera he'd refurbished. He never put it down.
Robin Finch. Oh, chemicals right outside your bedroom. Okay. Milton. Oh, buddy. Oh. It's like a fort.
I knew Grandpa Sam had a twin.
It's split down the middle.
And that he never talked about him.
What the fuck, y'all? No, go back. I want to go back up. It's a command center.
I guess my grandpa didn't like history any more than my mom did.
Are we going to space? Are we going to space?
How I Want to Remember My Brother by Sam Finch. The thing I remember is that when he made up his mind, that was it. My brother said he'd die before he ate another mushroom. And he did. At Barbara's funeral, we swore he'd never be afraid again. And he wasn't.
Oh,
I
no.
think Calvin always wanted to fly.
Sam! Calvin! Dinner's ready!
Coming!
But that day, he finally made up his mind to do it. I told him going around was impossible. Maybe if I hadn't said that,
Calvin! I'm not gonna tell you again!
maybe if the wind hadn't picked up, then maybe he'd still be here. But I doubt it. I think he'd already made up his mind. That's what I want to remember about my brother. The day he made up his mind to fly. And he did.
Calvin's story felt strangely familiar. When I was younger, I remember trying to do the exact same thing. After the funeral, Edie roped off Calvin's half of the room. Mom said Grandpa Sam enlisted at 18 and never set foot in the room again. The passages were a pretty tight fit. They'd obviously been built for smaller hands and bellies.
Come back to you.
Growing up, I always thought of Barbara as a child star.
I mean, she was.
I never thought about how hard it must have been for her afterwards.
Is that a cake? Jesus Christ. Alright. Another one?
Of all the stories people wrote about Barbara's death, I'm surprised Edie saved this one.
Old Jack here with another ghastly tale inspired by America's most unfortunate family. I'm calling it The Surprise Ending of Barbara Finch. As a child star, Barbara was famous for her scream. Now at 16, she was all washed up. A has-been. But in a lucky break, she'd been asked to perform her signature scream at a local convention for monster movie fans. It was just the boost her career needed. Unfortunately, her scream hadn't aged well.
Getting better. I think you just need the right motivation.
Her biggest fan and current boyfriend was about to demonstrate when...
Now that was a great scream.
It was Barbara's father, Sven. He'd slipped into a table saw and had to be rushed to the emergency room. So Barbara got stuck babysitting her youngest brother, Walter. Her convention comeback was canceled.
Okay, I'm hearing frustration, but I'm not hearing terror. What if I tried...
A gang of hoodlums in Halloween masks have been terrorizing Orcas Island tonight. Police are urging residents to...
That came from the basement.
You're right! Also, I loved your delivery on that. Why is your basement door locked?
Because my dad likes making puzzles and secret passages. There's a key hidden in the music box. The secret is to keep winding and winding until finally the key pops out.
Thanks, babe. I'll be back in a sec.
Okay.
20 minutes later,
I'll do that.
hadn't returned. So Barbara went to look for him, right on cue. She reached for the music box. And as she wound the key, she listened for Rick, but the house was silent.
Oh, this definitely sounds copyrighted. La 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 la.
She found Rick's crutch and imagined the worst.
I'm sure he's just fucking with you, girl.
The gang's leader is the infamous Hookman killer, Dr. Carl Hamill, who impaled and then ate his family 10 years ago tonight. The old fridge rattled and grew still.
Oh dear!
Oh!
Rick?
Barb, relax. I was just trying to scare you to help you find your screen.
Well, I'm not scared, Rick. I'm furious.
Then act furious. All I'm getting from you now is that you're hurt and confused and you...
She threw him out, but she kept a little something to remember him by.
Barb, have you seen my other crutch?
And she was still holding it when she fell asleep watching the late picture show. Hours later...
Barbara! Walter, what's going on up there? Ah! Okay, I'm coming up, but if this is a trick, you're dead, Walter.
Okay.
Walter had vanished, but his bedside radio was still on.
Orcas Island police describe the man as 6 feet tall, with a steel hook for a hand. Residents are urged to lock all doors and windows and notify the police of any suspicious activity.
Barbara turned, saw the hookman, and was speechless. He was quite smashing. And who he was
Okay, Barbara. There's gotta be another way out of here.
That night, she played her part beautifully. She thought about abandoning Walter, but just couldn't do it.
How do I?
Molly's door hadn't been opened in years. The hinges groaned. He wasn't moving, but she sensed the story might not be over yet.
Isn't it your dad?
The hookman had vanished. She listened for his breathing, but all she heard was... At the door, she heard whispering. It was coming from inside the house.
Oh dear.
That delivery.
The monsters had come to surprise her. For Barbara, it was a dream come true. Then she saw what kind of monsters they were, and she realized what was about to happen. She was going to be famous. And with her final breath, Barbara Finch gave the performance of her life. I wasn't there myself, but I hear Barbara was magnificent. Poor girl. She had a taste for stardom. But unfortunately, so did her fans. Of course, the police blamed it all on poor Rick, who disappeared the same night. And little Walter? Hiding under his bed the whole time. He took it all pretty hard, but that's another story. As for Barbara, tucked inside the music box was all they ever found of her. Her ear.
Jesus.
Now that's what I call a real eerie tale.
Oh, get out.
Edie told me all Barbara wanted was to be remembered, as absurd as that comic was. Maybe what Edie saw was a happy ending.
Anything else? Any missing ears? Oh wait, no. No, wait, yeah. Hang on, let me check the door real quick. Nothing. Okay.
I guess now I know why Mom didn't like me playing with the music box.
Was the music box downstairs? We're gonna fucking play with it then. Jesus. Aha! Okay, so we have that room. Is there one more over here besides the attic? What's this? Yeah, those are the twins. That's Edith. No, wait. Gregory. Did we go in Gregory's room? No, it's just the pink bathroom. Okay. Gregory slept in a bathroom? This one's still closed though, right? Yeah. Okay. Now we know where to go. Hi, Binto. Alright, let's go in the basement, y'all. Alright, cool. Barbara died here. No, shh. Is there a crutch? On the left, there's a crutch. He lost his hand.
Mom said the basement was off limits, unless I wanted another tetanus shot.
Jesus, the sound. Oh, the dragon. So we're gonna see Sven next. The creator
I
of
saw
the
Edie
house.
sneak down to the basement once, carrying packages.
It's so dark. Can't see shit, homie.
I thought maybe she was hiding presents. It turned out she was hiding a lot more than that.
Jesus Christ. Y'all are freaks. Is there any way to change, like, the brightness? Yeah. See if that helps. Not really.
I remember asking Mom once about where Walter had gone. She said after Barbara died, he got as far away as he could. If there's a pattern in all these stories, I think it's that none of us has gotten very far.
Goodbye, everyone. I can't believe I've been down here for 30 years. On that first day, after the shaking started, I didn't think I'd survive a week. But after a few days, I settled into a routine. That's what kept me sane. Having a schedule, living for today. I always expected to be dead tomorrow. But if you wait long enough, you get used to anything. Even a monster on the other side of the door starts to feel normal. almost friendly. And then one day, everything just
He lived
stopped.
that long?
Whatever that thing was, it was gone. Maybe it got tired of waiting. Or maybe I just got tired of being afraid. It's been a week now, the longest in 30 years. I'm done waiting. I have to leave while I still can.
Oh god, he's gonna die.
I know it's out there, somewhere. Whatever killed Barbara and Molly and Calvin. Maybe this is all a mistake. But I need to stop living the same day, even if it kills me.
He's literally gonna fucking get hit
Whatever's
by a
out
train.
there,
He's
want you
gonna
to
get
know
hit by a train!
I'm ready for it. I'm going to appreciate all of it, especially the food. I don't mind if I only have a year left. Or a month.
That was the rumbling. A train every day.
I'd be happy with one new day. I can already imagine the sun on my face.
Walter! That sucks. That sucks.
Walter died when I was 6. I can't believe my mom never told me he was down here.
1, 2. I'm gonna guess the ones with the dates are the ones we're looking for. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 more. There's one I'm a little concerned with.
I'm sure my mom was trying to protect me.
That's so sad. You like trains. Edith, look out! There's a train! Can I go down? Can I go down? These controls suck.
Maybe she was afraid I'd end up like Walter.
He had like 5 of the books. Ooh, something else got installed.
But if she never told me about an uncle under the house, I can only imagine what else she was hiding.
Everything. Have you seen your family? They're fucking
make the
ridiculous.
same mistakes she made.
Ew. So where's Shat too?
Trying to bury something that's still alive.
Edith, there's a train. Edith.
Now that there's only one of us left. Or maybe 2. I thought it was time I heard the stories for myself. and found out what happened to everyone else. But now I'm worried the stories themselves might be the problem. Maybe we believed so much in a family curse, we made it real.
No. Now it's gone.
I don't know if I should even be writing this.
So everybody's died.
Maybe it'd be better if all this just died with me.
Girl. Don't like that talk.
But I thought you should know about your family.
She pregnant?
And the history you're a part of.
So up there. Can't get to it.
Though to be honest, I feel as lost as you probably do right now.
She right. Kiki's.
I think the people in these stories believed them, for what that's worth.
There's a light out there. Guess it's a lighthouse or a buoy. Nothing in here.
And when you look at the house, that history of imagination and stubbornness and madness, any of it seems possible.
We're going back to the goddamn doggy door again.
I think we've been surrounded by death for so long, we've just gotten used to it. What kind of family finishes building a cemetery before starting the house?
Oh no.
It's embarrassing for me to admit this, but the pet cemetery made me more uncomfortable than the human one. 3 of the gerbils were mine, and 2 had been my fault.
Derby and Derby Jr. Furby. Here's Lurpy. Hey Lurpy. Hey Zerby. Oh shit, there's more. Oh. That one lived a long time.
Sven built the house, but it was Edie who designed the cemetery.
Sure, we're gonna go up there. Oh.
I'm sure Odin's monument had been Edie's idea. My mom was always trying to move on, but for Edie, the past never went away. She could see it poking out of the water at low tide.
It's their house. Damn.
Edie said she dreamed about the old house every night. Edie's side was always easier for me to understand. But the older I get, the more I can see where my mom was coming from. Her dad had been pretty strict, but it wasn't enough to save her brothers. She was just trying to do better.
I'm really not gonna like that one, I'm pretty sure. He doesn't have a date.
She lost 2 of her brothers, just like I did. I get why she tried so hard to protect us.
So there's even more names.
There's so many things I wish I could ask my mom now. Part of me thinks this is what she wanted all along. For me to come back someday.
Girl, we are not climbing that.
Everything out for myself.
Girl, we are not climbing that. What the fuck you gonna do, girl? Girl, you crazy. This is how Edith dies, everybody.
But looking back on it now...
Encanto.
If she told me there was going to be so much climbing, I never would have come when I was 22 weeks pregnant.
Yep, she's pregnant. Knew it. Girl. Girl. You're having a baby. America. Letter.
I never met Grandpa Sam, but I think he and my mom had a lot in common.
Grilling, you know, living the American dream.
They were both pretty intense.
Guessing a hunter. Or a wildlife photographer. Maybe both. Airline ticket. K. I think K is either a child or a wife. Are you the cat? Okay.
Instead of hiding from death, Sam seemed to go out of his way to meet it.
That's probably how he died. If we're real. Oh, a Marine.
Dawn, I promise, you'll never forget this weekend.
Yes, sir.
These memories are gonna last a lifetime.
Hmm? Am I gonna have to shoot anything?
It's a hunting trip, Dawn. Shooting is strongly encouraged.
What?
Perfect.
It's gonna rain the whole weekend, isn't it? I will never forget this weekend, Dad.
That's the spirit. Okay, got it.
I'm gonna take some pictures, okay?
Just be careful. That camera's older than you are.
You're right, Dad. It's starting to clear up. Still freezing, though.
Definitely should not have drunk all that coffee.
Aw.
What am I looking for?
Nothing quite like being outside.
Is he peeing?
Oop. A little more gas in the tank, I guess.
There he is.
Hey!
That's a keeper. Hold still while I take a picture of you.
I'm just saying, I'm not always gonna be here, Dawn. You'll need to remember this stuff, if you want to survive.
I'll be fine, Dad.
You know who else thought he was gonna be fine?
Some guy who died.
Dawn.
Dad!
Good eyes, Dawn. Before you take the shot, let me get a picture of it.
Dad, I...
Just breathe. Turn off your... Let me get behind you.
Do I have to do this?
Dawn, you don't have to do anything. But if you want to survive, you'll need to be strong. Great shot, Dawn!
Jesus.
I'm proud of you, Dawn. Always remember that, okay?
Dad, it's twitching. I think
That's
it's
totally normal, Dawn. Just focus on the camera. Try not to think about...
Dad!
Damn, that girl's traumatized now, I bet.
Of all these stories, that's the one I wish most that my mom had told me.
Jesus.
Sam spent his life shooting photos, but Mom said he got nervous being in front of the camera. I guess we're all afraid of something.
I'm afraid that deer though. Nope, go, motherfucker. Ready to eat. You're ready to eat. Somebody was on ration?
After Sam died, my mom and Edie got really close. They'd both lost a lot.
No.
Dear Kay, do you remember the way Gregory used to laugh when he thought he was alone? Like something funny was happening, but only he could see it. I think he saw things the rest of us don't.
Gregory, it's time to... Hold on, sweetie. Hello? Sam, I told you I don't want to talk right now.
I wonder what he saw. What his world was like. Reminded me so much of Kevin. Lost in his imagination. Whatever it was, he saw. It sure made him happy. Sounds. But I worried about the baby being too happy. But I could feel him slipping away.
Sorry about that, Gregory.
I know you did everything you could. Maybe if I hadn't called that night.
I don't want Gregory to hear this.
I wish he could have told us. About the world he saw. There's so much I don't understand about Gregory. About everything. But I know what happened wasn't your fault. I'm sure he's happy. And he'd want you to be happy too. Good luck, Kay. Love, Sam.
I don't like that one. Okay.
can't imagine my mom ever writing poetry, and yet...
A poem for Gus.
Oh, damn, we're already going
Always
into
said
another
the
one.
wedding was a bad idea. Our father never hit us kids, at least not very hard, before the day my brother said with teenage disregard that he'd be dead before he'd see a wedding in our yard. My father made him come, of course, but Gus stood far apart, just flew his kite and bottled up the storm inside his heart. I tried to talk him out of it, but though he'd never met her, we don't need a stepmom, were the words that
I now pronounce you husband and wife. Wake and cry.
When the time for photos came, Dad ordered him to come here. But Gus declined, and as a sign held up his middle finger.
Yeah!
The wind picked up, and panicked geese appeared and quickly went. But all the humans did that day was go inside the tent. The rain came down in buckets then, but no one seemed afraid that nature might destroy the tent our dad had crudely made. The thunder sounded much too close and full of angry power. But all my father said to this was, "Make the music louder." I wish that I could truly say I thought about you on that day. Out there on the beach alone, just you, the wind, the sea, and foam. But I didn't. Until we found you.
Jesus Christ. Was he a kid?
She never talked about him, but Mom told me once if I was a boy, they were going to name me Gus.
Can we stop having children die, please? Oh, that's good. Good. Safety, guys. We have a safety evacuation plan. Be a baby. All right.
My mom moved up to the loft after her brothers died.
Girl, you pregnant?
At the time, it was as far away as she could get. Religion was another thing my mom never talked about, but I think it helped her a lot after her dad died.
So was her dad Sven? I'm trying to... let me get this family tree together. I don't know.
She spent a summer building houses in Calcutta, where she met my dad, Sanjay.
Okay. Fly to India. She slid down the pole. Alright.
My mom moved to India a week after graduation and got a job teaching English. Lewis was born a year later.
More missing. Posters. We don't even know if he's dead.
When
I'm
my
sure.
dad died, I don't think Mom knew where else to go. I'm sure Edie was happy to have her back.
Edith. Lewis.
And to see kids in the house again.
I saw something.
The house had to get a little bigger, but Edie was used to that.
Edie. Finches. This is not how you build. But hey.
And for a while, things were good. Almost normal.
Great job today, guys. Awesome. Assume nothing. I'm sure you, whatever you were in the pet cemetery as well.
But it didn't last.
Well, that's sad. End in disaster. Gordon Finch, the curse. So I'm guessing the curse is everybody dies before their time. Yeah, this is why.
It was Milton's 10th birthday, when Edie gave him a castle.
This is insane. How is this house still standing? Milton.
After Milton disappeared, the only thing he left behind was a room full of paintings.
Milton. Let's have hope that he's still alive. And we'll come back to you. Okay. I'm going to double check. This music is fantastic. So cool. Jesus.
Milton Finch in The Magic Paintbrush. I was 4 when Milton disappeared.
It's Probably off in his own little world, man. Probably not even dead.
Mom spent months searching for my brother. Then she sealed the doors.
I'm guessing so, because they don't seem to know anything about it. Watch him show up at the end like, hey bitch, I'm alive.
Whatever Milton had found in the house, Mom didn't want it getting out.
The fuck? I mean, we all know y'all crazy. Ah. Didn't even notice these before.
Mom definitely blamed Edie, but I think Lewis blamed himself.
Oh no.
After he graduated, he just spent more and more time in his room. Until Mom got him a job at the cannery. Everyone always told me to stay out of Lewis's room. Except Lewis.
Marijuana! Drugs. We got drugs, y'all. Let's go up here. You have little swings. Don't know how this is still open. How up. We lived in a goddamn boat. On the top of the world.
Lewis's room smelled very, very familiar. That part of him lived on.
Oh yes, the drug part. Welcome back. Well, that looks like a letter, so I'm sure that's the thing.
Lewis and I spent a lot of time playing games together, but he was surprisingly bad at them. He died a lot.
Living the dream, sir.
Dear Mrs. Finch, as Lewis's psychiatrist, I can understand your desire for an explanation. As I see it, the trouble began in January, shortly after we convinced your son to seek treatment for substance abuse. Newly sober, I believe Lewis first noticed the monotony of his daily life. He kept working at the cannery, but he withdrew part of himself. In our sessions, I saw the same behavior.
Oh my god. Lewis, whatever the fuck your name is.
His mind began to wander. I asked him to describe it. He said he started small. Imagining a labyrinth. He'd feel his way about. Then something moved. Bats. And toads.
This is so hard to coordinate.
And things that have not names. He knew it was all in his head. But he took it very seriously. I had hoped he'd find himself. But he found something more. I worried about him then, daydreaming at the cannery. I spoke with his boss. But he said Lewis had become a model employee. Methodical, tireless, focused.
It's because he was
like a whole new Lewis.
Lost in his mind.
So I let him go on. I even encouraged him. It seemed very promising at first. He told me he'd made a new friend. On the edge of a city he named Lewis Topia. He built the city up slowly, brick by brick. Then he made musicians. And songs for them to play. He talked about starting a band. And he was always humming something. Every day his imagination grew stronger. He no longer spoke at the cannery. But his chopping was as reliable as ever. Then one day it struck him that all the cheering crowds, even the stones under his feet, were all in his imagination. So he could do whatever he wished. He held an election for mayor. And he won.
Mario.
They begged him to stay, but his mind was already wandering. It became a game for him. He'd conquer a city, then immediately push on. New Louisville. St. Louis. He started drifting away from our reality. Minneapolis, until one day he forgot to go home from the cannery. Even as his mother pleaded with him, part of Lewis kept sailing on.
That's when you pull him out and you get help. I
In
already
Louisville,
failed him.
he heard rumors of a...
No, no, be gay! Be gay! Be gay! No! Gay.
beautiful prince. The prince was on his own quest for... radiant rainbows.
the gayest. Oh, balls, 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 balls. We missed a radiant rainbow. No. Turn around. Okay. That's fine. I'm sure that was a trophy. Oh well.
He followed the sound of his...
Electric sitar.
Electric sitar. His chase led him to a golden palace east of the sun and west of the moon. Even then, his logic remained sound. He knew the world was all in his imagination.
This is getting even harder.
But he was so proud of having created it. In his own eyes, he'd become something greater than a king. For someone who'd never known success in the real world, I think it was overwhelming. And then it struck him that the real Lewis was not the one chopping salmon, but the one climbing the steps of a golden palace. My imagination is as real as my body, he told me. It was hard to argue with him.
Oh, Chinese foods does sound good. I
Began
might
to
order
forget the
Chinese.
world we know. I think it pained him to remember Lewis, the cannery worker. He began to despise the man with a royal contempt.
He's lost.
I still thought I could save him. Even after he said he was being crowned king over all the lands of wonder. The palace would be packed with his companions. Including the wise Calico who insisted on advising him. holding his crown.
His prince waiting. Good for you, Lewis.
There was
But
only
I'm pretty
one
sure
thing
you're
left
about
to
to
do.
die. Yeah, that's a guillotine.
Bend down his head.
Nah. Bye. Lewis, for saving you now. Oh my god.
And the rest I think you know. Mrs. Finch, your son was a kind man who will be missed by all of us who knew him.
Fuck.
My brother was really cool. I wish you could have met him.
So everybody. No, our mom. And Edie. Sanjay and Kay too. If they're gonna be featured.
On the way back from Lewis's funeral, my mom told me to start packing. She waited until the day before we left to tell Edie. I'm not sure if she wanted to make it easier or harder.
All of the above.
I wish we'd stayed. But I understand why we left.
Packing peanuts. Oh, the power. Wait, so she turned off the power with Edie still there? I'm confused.
My mom ended up leaving everything behind.
Oh, she's a writer. That's where we were, so we're going up the stairs.
What happened that night had been coming for a long time. Maybe it should have come sooner.
Oh, we're finally in her room.
But it had to end one way or another.
With
All
murder.
that's left now is to tell you about that last night.
Oh, she's got a little quill.
That whole last day, Edie just watched us pack and didn't say a word. Until supper, when she raised her glass and said,
"To our final night together, and all our final nights apart."
Grandma, you know what I said about alcohol. Some of your medications are very
Edith,
specific.
I left a present for you in the hallway. Why don't you go open it? The grown-ups have to argue now.
I'm sorry, you're right. We're all leaving tomorrow. Let's just enjoy our last...
I'm not leaving.
Edith, you're excused.
The power had been shut off that morning, but Edie always had plenty of candles. When my mom sealed the library, I don't think she knew about the other entrance. Or that Edie had a key to it.
That thing you're afraid of isn't going to end when you leave the house. Edith has a right to know these stories.
My children are dead because of your stories. I think it's best if Edith and I leave tonight. We'll have the nursing home send a van for you in the morning. Okay?
Jesus.
Dear Edith, there's so many stories I wish I could tell you, but there's only time for one. This is about what happened on the night you were born. That night, the tide went way, way out. It was the first and last time I ever saw the old house aground. There'd been an earthquake out in the middle of the ocean. They called it the lowest tide in 1,000 years. God, it smelled awful. You know, I've seen that house every day of my life. But I never thought I'd go back to it. When the fog rolled in, I lost my way. I got turned around. I started seeing things. Things I'd forgotten had ever existed. But when I saw them, they felt like old friends. That night, a lot of things came back to me. Or maybe I came back to them. Things I can't explain, but that I need you to try and...
Edith, what are you doing in here?
It's mine.
Edith!
Mom, you're gonna rip it! Let go!
I kicked and screamed, but Mom dragged me to the car. I never saw Great-Grandma Edie again. The next morning, the van came to pick her up, but she was already gone. After that, we moved around a lot. We both tried to make the best of it. A few years went by.
there you go.
My mom didn't like to talk about it. But she started getting sick a lot. The rest happened pretty quickly. She got better for a while, and then she didn't. And then I was alone. The last Finch left alive. Until I found out about you. I'm still not sure what to tell you about all this. If we lived forever, maybe we'd have time to understand things. But as it is, I think the best we can do is try to open our eyes. And appreciate how strange and brief all of this is. This journal was supposed to be for you. But now I hope you'll never see it. I just want to meet you. And tell you all these stories myself. But I guess if you're reading this now, things didn't work out that way. This is where your story begins. I'm sorry I won't be there to see it. It's a lot to ask, but I don't want you to be sad that I'm gone. I want you to be amazed that any of us ever had a chance to be here at all. Good luck.
Okay, so it was the boy in the beginning. Now it makes sense because it was like, she had a cast. What happened? How is the house still standing? Oh, that was great. Aww. Oh, no problem. Thank you for watching. Oh, I'm good. I'm not gonna do that. But that was good. I'm glad I could stream a little bit today. I might stream some tomorrow as well. I got a few things downloaded we can play. I'm gonna have to eventually restart Horizon because I definitely saved over our file from last time. So, gonna have to fix that. But this was good. Yeah. The baby one killed me. That was upsetting, but it was an interesting story. Would love to know, oh, there's a trophy for Thanks Johan, okay. But, what's the curse? Besides the fact that it was just, like, a family thing. Like, people just died. Yeah. What's the curse? What happened to them? What happened? No, I don't want to see the kid stuff. Oh. And it sucks not knowing anything about Milton. But that's alright. That's okay. Trying to see if there's anything at the end of it besides it just being pretty cool. I still need to play the new, well, it's not new now, but the latest of the anthology horror series, and hopefully it's better than the freaking Salem one. Where it's like, just kidding, all of this stuff you just went through, nothing. There's a bunch of like that one you had me play, the one where we busted out laughing because I died in like with the first choice I made in the ambulance. Like they sent gas into it and stuff, and it was ridiculous. But they have a bunch of games like that, so I might just download a bunch of them and just play. Just play. I was like, wow, I literally died on the first choice. Go me. But awesome. Thanks so much for watching. I'm going to probably take Bento for a nice long walk and then go eat some dinner before I have to do some stuff this evening. But like I said, might stream tomorrow, and we can jump into whatever. But thanks for watching, and I will see you guys later. Bye.